Let's keep going. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Take a look. Location. Thank you, guys.
It's going to be a beautiful.
It's done in the normal course of business, and I don't believe that it is. If at the very least, it's horrible timing, given that we're in a shutdown.
I didn't talk with him about that. I know that he believes he's owed that reimbursement.
It seems a bit odd to me.
Asking his Justice Department to find a settlement that will enrich the president.
I've got a lot of optics concerns, and I just don't know if there's precedent.
He lied. That's where this story begins. Because what Donald Trump has done to the White House isn't a renovation. It's a rebellion against the very idea of democracy itself. For over 2 centuries, the White House has stood as the people's house. Every president since John Adams has lived there. It survived fires, wars, and scandals, but it has never seen destruction like this. Until now. Right now, as we speak, excavators are tearing down the East Wing, ripping apart the same walls where American history was written, all to make way for Trump's latest obsession, a $250 million gilded ballroom. He says it's for official events. He says it's beautiful. He says donors will pay for it. But here's the truth. He never asked Congress for approval. He never got legal authorization, and that makes it illegal. There's an old law called the Anti-Deficiency Act, and it's pretty clear. No president can spend public money on federal projects without Congress. Trump ignored it. He's building anyway, and he's doing it while the government is shut down, while federal workers go unpaid, while public servants wait for checks that may never come. But the man driving the backhoe? Oh, he's getting paid, because Trump's billionaire donors are footing the bill to destroy a piece of history just so he can dance under a chandelier that costs more than most Americans' homes. When reporters questioned him about it, Trump smiled. He said, "You hear that sound? That's music to my ears. I love that sound. It reminds me of money." That line, that arrogance, is why millions of Americans are furious, because what he calls music is the sound of democracy being bulldozed. This isn't just vanity, it's monarchy. Trump is reshaping the presidency into something it was never meant to be. A throne, and this ballroom is his coronation hall. But it doesn't stop there. Alongside this illegal construction, he's been flexing powers that were never meant for a single man. He's ordered military-style strikes in international waters, without Congress, without due process, without names or evidence. Men were killed. And one of them, a fisherman from Colombia, is now at the center of an international scandal because the Colombian president is accusing Trump of murder. Trump's response? He threatened to punish Colombia with tariffs. No discussion, no diplomacy, just royal decree. That's not how a president acts. That's how a king acts. Then came the pardons. Trump has used clemency like a weapon, freeing allies, fraudsters, and even January 6 rioters who beat police officers and tried to overthrow the government. One of those pardoned rioters has now been arrested again, this time for threatening to assassinate a member of Congress. And yet Trump is still demanding restitution for them, even asking the Department of Justice to pay him $230 million for the damage caused by his own investigations into his own crimes. Think about that. He's demanding money from the very system he tried to destroy. It's like an arsonist billing the fire department for smoke damage. Even conservative senators, his own allies, are calling it madness because there's no precedent for this, not in American history. A man charged with felonies, granted immunity by his own judges, walking free, and now trying to get paid for it. And while all this unfolds, something bigger is happening. People are rising. 7 million Americans in over 2,500 cities took to the streets last weekend with one message: no kings. Because that's what this fight is really about. Not parties, not policies, but a simple truth. America does not bow to a crown. And yet every day Trump tests that truth, posting videos of himself as a king, sitting on a throne, commanding fighter jets and memes, where he literally defecates on his own people. You don't need a degree in politics to understand what's happening. You just have to look. This isn't satire anymore. It's real. Trump wants to be a king. He's tearing down walls, both literal and constitutional, to prove that no law, no Congress, no constitution can stop him. And that's why this scandal hit harder than any before. Because it's not about one project or one act. It's about the pattern. A man who believes he owns the system that was built to hold him accountable. So when you hear the sound of that construction, when you see the images of the East Wing reduced to rubble, remember what it means. That's not just the destruction of a building. It's the sound of a democracy under attack from within. And if America doesn't wake up now, the next structure he builds might not just be a ballroom. It could be a palace.